Welcome to Ghosted by the Machine, the podcast where job seekers break through the algorithm and get heard. No bots, just 5 minutes of real talk. I'm your host, Mark Lane. Let's jump in. 5 minutes, 5 questions. This is the Ghosted by the Machine, and today's guest is Mickey Brown, a digital media professional from Jersey who's currently looking for his next opportunity as an editorial leader and content strategist. Good day, sir. How are you?
I'm great, Mark. How are you doing? Thanks for having me on.
I'm doing well. I appreciate you being on the show today. Our first question is, tell me a little bit about yourself and what role are you looking for?
Yeah, like you said, I'm an editorial leader with more than 2 decades of experience creating compelling narratives and shaping content strategies for brands in the sports, media, healthcare, and e-commerce industries. I've directed teams, managed content operations, and worked across platforms to ensure messaging was consistent and engaging. I have a penchant for embracing new forms of digital media and emerging technology as a means of strengthening audience connection, whether that was social media in its early days, live streaming and podcasts before they went mainstream, or more recently with AI. I'm looking for a role where I can keep building content strategy and mentoring teams, somewhere that values authentic storytelling and high editorial standards.
Okay. Well, that leads us to our next question. Do you think AI has helped you or hurt you during your job search right now, and why?
I think both. I think it has hurt me in the sense that hurt me and other fellow job seekers, in that it's we have to tailor our resumes and our cover letters and our application materials to the specific job that we're applying to, and we have to run it through a chat GPT so that it hits all the necessary keywords. And then I think it really kind of strips out kind of the individuality of who we are as candidates, who I am as a person, and kind of leaves you with kind of this sameness that of where your resume is maybe not, doesn't really stand out very much, kind of looks like everybody else's. And I think that's unfortunate. It has helped me, though, I would say, in finding jobs faster and more efficiently. So it's definitely a double-edged sword.
Okay. Well, your next question is, what is your secret skill or superpower most resumes don't show?
Um, the superpower that I possess that my resume doesn't show is finding and nurturing talent. I think one of the greatest assets or strengths of a leader is surrounding themselves with talented people, and putting them in a position to succeed, and giving them the tools they need to succeed. And I feel like that's one of my greatest strengths. I think that I am not selling myself short. I think I'm pretty good at what I do, but I think by putting people around me who are also very good at what they do, and then giving them what they need to succeed, I think that is something that that's been one of my hallmarks, throughout my career, is really nurturing and mentoring talent, that I work with.
Okay. So, what's one thing you tell recruiters or hiring managers today?
Um, I would tell them to not get so hung up on the required years of experience that they have in the job listings. If a job posting says 4 to 6 years, 5 to 7, 7 to 10, and somebody has 15, I would say view that as a positive for that candidate and not a negative, and not don't immediately write that person off as being overqualified for that job, but view that experience as something valuable and something that they could bring to that job that a lot of other candidates could not. I think that people who have, I've been out there for over 20 years, and I think all those years of experience are a good thing for me, and should make my case, should help me make my case for why I'm fit for certain roles. And I feel like oftentimes it's viewed as a negative in the eyes of some recruiters.
You wonder how these recruiters or these applications quantify years of experience.
Yeah, it's I wish I knew more about how this how this software works. If I did, I might not be in the position I am now. But
We all wouldn't be.
yeah. So, but I don't know. I wish that I wish that my years and of experience were viewed as as something positive that I would bring to a role.
All right. Is there anything that's giving you hope right now?
Yeah, the support of my family is giving me a lot of hope. My wife has been incredibly supportive throughout this time. I've been out of work for 6 months now, and it hasn't always been easy. But she's always been there for me, um, providing the emotional support that I need. She also, on the professional side, she's fortunate in that she's able to kind of fairly easily take on more work and add more clients. And so she's able to bring in some extra, much needed income for us when we've needed it, and we'll continue to do so as long as we need her to. So that's been wonderful, and also, my kids as well. My kids have been very supportive. Um, my daughter is old enough to understand kind of the situation that we're in, and just recently she offered to buy her own Halloween costume, so to try to save us a little money, which was adorable. So I really look to them for support, and they give me a lot of they're able to lift me up when I'm feeling down, so
That's
that has me feeling positive at the moment.
huge. Thank you for being on the show today. And if you're interested in getting more information on Mickey, check out our show notes. You'll see his LinkedIn file there. If you want to be on the podcast, DM me or comment on LinkedIn or TikTok. We're always looking for those real voices in this ghost town of job search silence. This is Ghosted by the Machine. Let's make hiring human again.